When it comes to Drake, things have officially entered complete chaos again. The leaks, the controversy, the non-stop drama, somehow every update keeps making the situation worse. A brand new snippet just surfaced where Drake takes shots at Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, Serena Williams, and several other people. Honestly, this may genuinely be the biggest public crash-out anthem Drake has previewed so far. If you think Kendrick and Schoolboy Q would completely destroy Drake in a rap battle right now, leave a like. And if you think the Iceman era is already heading toward disaster, leave a like for that too. By the time this video ends, you'll probably already know exactly how you feel about all this, so subscribe and let's jump straight into it. This entire Iceman rollout feels like Drake desperately trying to hold on to relevance, attention, and anything that keeps his name active online. The standards have completely collapsed, and now the newest strategy is another leaked snippet. Whether Drake leaked it himself or whether it really came from hackers honestly doesn't even matter anymore. The important part is what's actually being said inside the song, and it's already creating backlash. What's becoming more obvious by the day is that Drake has apparently been writing diss tracks behind the scenes this entire time. The same guy who spent months sounding more interested in lawsuits and legal conversations than actual battle rap suddenly wants to jump back outside and diss people publicly again. And these aren't subtle sneak disses either, he's directly mentioning names. So the same person who tried treating diss tracks like legal violations is now releasing records full of blatant name drops himself. The hypocrisy is impossible to ignore.
These are the actual lines Drake previewed. He says, "Serena, but I'm cool with Venus. I be hanging around those like I'm Dua Lipa." Then follows it up with, "I might hit up Schoolboy Q and do a remix. They be making peanuts. We don't ever piece it up, the stuff we got between us." And that's basically the snippet. But honestly, the fact those exact bars were chosen as the preview tells you everything about the energy behind this project. It's driven entirely by resentment. Either Drake himself or whoever leaked the clip clearly wanted people talking about Iceman again. Because at this point, the only thing consistently creating engagement around Drake is watching him publicly spiral and take shots at people who embarrassed him. That's the strategy now. Not great music, just controversy. And while Serena and Schoolboy Q both got dragged into this mess, one thing stands out immediately. It's honestly impressive how somebody can act this hypocritical while simultaneously putting out some of the weakest music of their career.
Let's just be honest, this entire situation looks terrible. Drake spent an entire era trying to reframe rap beef as something tied to legal consequences and lawsuits. And now suddenly he's back making diss tracks packed with direct name drops. The exact same thing he previously criticized is now exactly what he's doing himself. If this song officially gets released, every argument Drake previously made about diss tracks having legal consequences instantly falls apart. And honestly, good. Release it. I genuinely hope he drops the full song, because the second he does, he officially puts himself back into the line of fire. He can't openly diss people anymore while simultaneously hiding behind legal action. And honestly, hearing Schoolboy Q respond would probably be entertaining. Seeing anyone from Kendrick's side really go at Drake properly would be interesting too, because Drake has fully earned whatever bars come back his way now.
At the same time though, every rapper probably still has one concern before responding: the fear that Drake could turn rap beef into actual legal drama the second things stop going his way again, because that's the reputation he's built around himself recently. But regardless of that concern, once you really look at these lyrics and who Drake is targeting, this track should permanently destroy any credibility he still had when it comes to suing over rap beef. Because the first major target here isn't even another rapper, it's Serena Williams, somebody who can't respond through music because she isn't part of that world. And this isn't even new behavior for Drake. Back in 2022, on Middle of the Ocean, he already mocked Serena through comments aimed at her husband. Now he's dragging Venus into it too, basically implying they still communicate. The entire thing feels like he's intentionally trying to create awkward tension between two sisters. And honestly, it comes across incredibly petty.
Even if somebody wanted to treat every lyric in rap beef like factual truth, Drake's intentions here still feel obvious. He's trying to create discomfort between Serena and Venus. That's difficult to deny no matter how loyal someone is to Drake. And honestly, it's strange behavior coming from a grown man still emotionally attached to a relationship that ended years ago. And this opens up a much larger pattern.
Is Drake's entire strategy during rap beef always centered around attacking personal relationships? Because the examples are everywhere. Serena and Venus, A$AP Rocky and Rihanna, Kendrick and Whitney, Kendrick and Baby Keem, Kendrick and Dave Free, Pusha T and his wife, Kim Kardashian. Almost every Drake conflict eventually shifts away from rap credibility and toward targeting people's relationships, families, or personal lives instead.
Obviously, rap beef doesn't really come with strict rules, so technically personal attacks are fair game. But Drake using the exact same angle over and over again has become predictable and honestly kind of corny. It stopped feeling competitive a long time ago. Instead of battle rap energy, it feels more like someone genuinely trying to hurt people personally. Like Kendrick said on Euphoria, once a lame, always a lame. And on top of that, Drake's entire post-beef attitude has become repetitive. He constantly repeats that he'll never reconcile with anybody connected to Kendrick's side. We've heard countless versions of that same statement already. And sure, refusing to make peace with people who embarrassed you makes sense in theory. But when those statements are attached to weak disses toward TDE, it stops sounding intimidating. It sounds like somebody trying extremely hard to appear tough while the music itself keeps falling apart.
Because Drake's cycle lately has become obvious. Diss someone, get embarrassed, threaten legal action, then repeat the same process again. And now he's right back at the beginning of that cycle. Clearly something about this strategy isn't working. And honestly, the Schoolboy Q line proves it perfectly. Drake isn't just insulting Q there. He's trying to portray Kendrick's entire camp as irrelevant. But that argument immediately falls apart once you examine Drake's own label situation. Because while Drake calls TDE peanuts, one of OVO Sound's formerly hyped artists is literally working full-time as a chef now. So Drake, the person running OVO Sound, a label with one of the weakest mainstream rap rosters in recent memory, is trying to clown somebody else's crew. Meanwhile, most OVO artists barely touch the charts. Party Next Door is basically the only major success story, and even his momentum seems to have slowed down the more tied he became to Drake's brand. Those are Drake's own results.
Now compare that to Kendrick's side. Baby Keem's second album debuted at number 4 on Billboard, sold nearly 80,000 copies first week, and had 10 tracks chart simultaneously. Party Next Door's latest project sold around 30,000 first week. Kendrick's protege dramatically outperformed Drake's biggest artist. That's not peanuts, it's the exact opposite. And honestly, it makes Drake's Schoolboy Q diss look ridiculous, because Schoolboy Q is not some random underground rapper. He's multi-platinum, consistently successful, touring arenas, and owns one of the strongest catalogs from the 2010s. Oxymoron and Blank Face LP are already viewed as modern classics by many hip-hop fans. Songs like Collard Greens and Man of the Year still hit hard today. Calling Schoolboy Q peanuts isn't just inaccurate, it's objectively false, and Drake absolutely knows that.
What makes Drake's decision even stranger is that he actually had easier targets inside TDE if he wanted to push that angle. Somebody like Ab-Soul, whose commercial success never fully matched his talent, would have at least made more strategic sense. Instead, Drake targeted arguably the second most commercially successful artist in TDE history, behind Kendrick himself. That's not calculated at all. It just makes Drake look disconnected from the landscape he's trying to criticize. Schoolboy Q genuinely deserves more recognition than he gets. Blue Lips, Oxymoron, and Blank Face together form one of the strongest 3-album runs any rapper has had in the last 15 years. Critical acclaim, major records, cultural impact, Q checked every possible box. The only reason he sometimes gets overlooked is because he shares a label with Kendrick Lamar. In almost any other situation, his catalog alone would define a legendary career.
And Drake's grand strategy here is apparently trying to convince people that Schoolboy Q is some irrelevant underground nobody. This is supposed to save Iceman? Honestly, the whole thing is becoming unintentionally hilarious. Drake looks so lost right now that there's barely any way left to hide it anymore. There's no clever spin remaining. He genuinely seems unsure about what direction he's even trying to take at this point. And when you step back and look at the bigger picture, every major conversation surrounding the Iceman era has been about Drake publicly failing or beefing with somebody. Nobody is genuinely discussing the music itself. Nobody sounds excited about the artistic direction.
People click on Drake content now because they want to watch the chaos unfold, not because the music feels compelling anymore.
Even the snippets themselves sound lifeless. The flows sound exhausted, the delivery feels flat, and the production lacks energy. Some of these instrumentals honestly sound like the blandest music Drake has ever released. Nothing about this project feels creatively inspired. And honestly, it explains why the album reportedly keeps getting scrapped and rebuilt repeatedly, because nothing sounds like it was created with a real vision behind it. The mixing, the auto-tune, the overall sound, everything feels hollow. And the more snippets leak, the less confidence people have that Iceman will actually turn out good. Every new reveal somehow makes the project look worse instead of better. This genuinely feels like it's becoming one of the biggest disappointments hip-hop has seen in years, and Drake himself is building that outcome piece by piece. Everything is riding on this album for Drake right now. The pressure couldn't possibly be bigger. And with every day that passes, the odds of him actually pulling this off feel smaller and smaller. There's no direction, no vision, no clear strategy, just chaos. And these snippets aren't building excitement, they're making people nervous about how bad the final project could actually sound.
And this is really the core issue. If Drake's only remaining way to generate conversation is through dissing people, while already carrying the reputation of someone who runs toward lawyers when things get difficult, nobody is going to fully take the bait seriously anymore. Watch carefully how Schoolboy Q and the rest of hip-hop react over the next few days. Because if Drake officially starts releasing tracks with direct name drops like this, the reaction is going to reveal a lot. We already watched how rappers reacted to J. Cole stepping away from beef. Drake would probably receive an even harsher response, because even critics still respect what J. Cole contributed to hip-hop as an artist. Drake doesn't currently have that same goodwill anymore. This whole situation feels like it's heading somewhere ugly for him, and there doesn't seem to be any clean way out now. We've rarely seen an album rollout collapse this badly before the album even officially drops. And with more Iceman updates probably still coming soon, all anybody can really do now is sit back and watch everything unfold in real time. Because this no longer feels like a comeback album. It doesn't feel like a statement project either. It feels like a slow-motion train wreck packed with weak bars, recycled grudges, and absolutely no real artistic vision holding everything together. At this point, all you can really do is watch the crash happen. And if you want something genuinely interesting after all this, Kendrick Lamar apparently hid a subtle 50-cent diss inside one of his newer songs, and almost nobody noticed it, which honestly just reminds people again why Kendrick is viewed as one of the smartest and most strategic rappers alive today. Check out the suggested video.